Dear Rabbi Singer, I have a question. What is the position of the Noahides in comparison of the Jews in the eyes of God and also in the eyes of the Jews? How do the Jews see the Noahides? As Christians or as like-minded? Thank you.
Okay, all right. Actually, when you say that, it almost is like it almost hurts. So I don't mean that. No. It does not in a strict way, but it's no. So it is true. I want to concede this point. There are many Jews. It's going to take a long time for the Jews to even recover from what we suffered during World War II and the mistrust that Jews have for the non-Jewish world. It's just the world is traumatized by it, and the Jews are, of course, are. But no, so we see the people who are the righteous among the nations in a very, very high level. Now, there are many Jews who are not religious, as you know, who live in Amsterdam, who are completely not religious. Not only are not religious, many of them are very anti-religious. Jews are a very powerful people. They have very great strengths, but they can use that for good and produce profits, but they can use it for wickedness and do things that are very detrimental. So you mean how do religious Jews view it? Religious Jews only want that the nations should lift themselves up, and this brings us the biggest joy in the world. I'm sure you saw the movie, possibly saw the movie Schindler's List, right? It's an epic film. Now, it's a very powerful film, and what I think is very powerful about that film, besides being, is that the hero of the film was a non-Jew. That means Oskar Schindler was a German, and he joined the Nazi Party, right? But the point is, here's the thing. Let's say Oskar Schindler was really Jewish. It wouldn't even be that It wouldn't be that interesting. It's not interesting to us about Jews who save Jews. We are so interested in finding the righteous among the nations, the Noachide. The whole point of that film, which is so powerful in my view, is of his transformation. He goes into the war just wanting to exploit the war to make money and have women. That was it. And he was quite successful at that. And he goes through a transformation during the film when he sees the girl with the red dress, because the film is in black and white. And then he goes through this enormous transformation, and it hits him. And he gives away everything he has to save Jews. Right? And who doesn't cry? When I saw that movie the first time, I cried like a baby. I couldn't even breathe. What I would submit to you is that it's because he went from being a Nazi. I don't know if he was ideologically ever an anti-Semite. He probably joined the party to exploit the situation. But Oskar Schindler was a womanizer, and he was a opportunist. He was a businessman. For him, he joined the party so he could make money and get women and get drunk. That's what he did. And then he repented and saved the Jewish people, saved more than 1,000 Jews. And this is what is so exciting about it. It's because he was a non-Jew. This is how Jews feel. If you want to know how we feel, we look upon the righteous among the nations with such joy that they would choose the God of Israel and would renounce all the filth of the nations of the world. So it's not just that we are just so filled with joy. And as I said, if Oskar Schindler really was a Jew who somehow got in and was saving other Jews, there would never have been a movie. It wouldn't be that interesting. It's only interesting because he was a non-Jew who redeemed himself and became a Ben Noach. So it's more than that. So I can answer that question really for many hours of why a Ben Noach is so special. I discuss this because in Hashem's eyes it's very, very great to be a Ben Noach. I'll share one caveat with you, and that is the laws of Noah are all rational, are all logical, whereas many of the commandments on a Jew are not. I don't know, wearing phylacteries or making kiddush on the Sabbath day. It's not. It wouldn't necessarily just come to us. So the person who's not Jewish can say, the reason I don't steal, the reason I pay my workers on time, the reason I return what doesn't belong to me, is because I'm an honest guy. I'm not a thief. It just makes sense to me. But if a person takes these commandments and says, you know what? No, the reason why I was given money and it really didn't belong to me, I'm returning it, is because the God of Israel commanded me. That means he has to leave his own ego and say, no, it's not because I'm a good person. The reason I'm giving charity to this hungry person is the God of Israel commanded me. So this is a very, very high level. Very high level. So there's your real answer.